Good evening, everybody. Plagiarists have stooped. Hold on, because I got to get the audio right. Give me a second. Plagiarists have stooped so low as to even copy the dark-skinned activist, me, Rashida Strober, paying homage to Kola Boof. Anyone that has watched me, anyone that has followed me, obviously the plagiarists have watched me because they're copying me now on paying homage to Kola Boof. Why are you copying me on paying homage to Kola Boof? What do you know about Kola Boof? You ain't been talking about Kola Boof. Fake, frauds, plagiarist of the dark-skinned activist Rashida Strober, the real world's first and only dark-skinned activist Rashida Strober. There's only one. There is no other. Rashida Strober is the only person in the world to focus exclusively on dark skin and has been doing so since 1998 as demonstrated by a 20-year body of work. Meet the founder and inventor of the first movement in history for dark skin, Rashida Strober, the world's first dark skin activist, founder of dark skin activism created in 1998. She's interviewed in Harlem after her show on the Dark Skin Activist Tour.
All right, so I am here with Rashida Strober, finally getting a chance to meet her face to face. We have, she's been on my show twice. Yep. Me and Unique. Yep. Unique should be logging on soon. And, you know, there were a few people that didn't get a chance to hear the interview, which they could log on and see. Who is that? See, I can't even see. Because I'm so glad. Heather Shack. Okay, so let me just say something about Heather really quickly. Heather enjoyed you so much the first time that you were on the show. She was actually one of the ones that was like, no, she has to come back. Thank you, Heather. And so I don't know, Heather, if you have a question, but we don't have a lot of time. But if you don't have a question that you want to pose, I just want to start off with a question that I've asked Rashida a million times before, which is what inspired her to do a dark-skinned woman's revenge. So in case y'all didn't hear the answer on my show, she can answer now.
Yeah, just my life experiences of wanting to tell my truth. That's really wanting to tell my truth.
In 1998, Rashida Strober created dark-skin activism, the first movement in history to advocate for dark-skinned people, and called herself the dark-skin activist. Rashida created the phrases dark-skin activist and dark-skin activism. Rashida also coined the word darkism. She's the first person in recorded history to create a movement of this kind. She is the first artist, author, actress, YouTuber, and social commentator to focus her work only on dark skin and has been doing so since 1998. She's written more books on dark skin than anyone in the world. Her books can be found at darkskinactivist.com. Rashida has been touring the country since 2006, giving darkism lectures and performances of her play. She is the originator of the entire dark skin lane. Books include A Dark-Skinned Girl's Triumph, the Rashida Strober Story, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against, How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet, the first motivational book for dark-skinned women, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, the book and play, and Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment. By the way, this is my intellectual property. The 20 years legacy of the dark-skinned activist continues. For more information on Rashida's 20 plus years as the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, visit darkskinactivist.com. Share and subscribe. Also, I want to remind everybody that on April 23rd, trying to get to, this is actually, that one is the May 21st, but on April 23rd, let's go ahead and click that link there so you guys can see. There we go. On April 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I want to remind everybody to go ahead and register for the first ever Understanding Darkism course, where the real true history of not only darkism will be taught, but also colorism, paying homage and giving honor to the true creators, not the fake frauds that are currently on television and YouTube right now, pimping dark skin and pimping colorism. So I want you guys to register This is the introductory offer for this course. It's $79.99. It's coming up on next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the first online Darkism seminar. You can take this course from anywhere in the world. Now, I'm also offering the same course on May 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you go ahead and enroll and register. And with the May 21st course, I am offering the book along with the course, because Darkism, the book, is required reading. And as a part of this course, at the regular price, you'll receive the book, Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against, along with the course. All right? Why are people, these plagiarists, these colorism frauds, why are you copying me on Kola Boof? Anyone that has followed Rashida Strober, this is for the truth tellers. This is for the honest people. You know that I have spoken about and paid homage to Kola Boof from day one, from literally day one. When I came on the internet, you see, this is the thing. This is what these frauds don't have. They will never have my credibility. They will never have my history, because I've been talking about Kola Boof. I'm the only one that has been talking about Kola Boof regarding colorism for years. Stop plagiarizing my work. Stop plagiarizing my work. I'm talking to these Black women, these dark-skinned women, these mixed race women. Stop plagiarizing me. You don't care about no Kola Boof. You're speaking about Kola Boof because you heard the dark-skinned activists speak about Kola Boof. Kola Boof, if you watch this, and this is no shade to Kola Boof, because Kola Boof did not tell Rashida Strober to make this video. These are the philosophy and opinions of Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I'm here to tell the truth. The facts are, none of these people ever mentioned Kola Boof. And yes, I want Kola Boof to always get her just due, but I want it to be done in honesty and in truth. You don't know nothing about Kola Boof. You ain't followed Kola Boof. You ain't been through Kola Boof struggle. You're liars. And if you're just now doing it, tell the truth. Tell the truth about where you heard about Kola Boof, why you're giving Kola Boof the shout out. How did you even know to talk about Kola Boof? How do you even know what Kola Boof did? I'll tell you, because you listened to Rashida Strober. I am so tired of these Black women who have committed the worst act of darkism and colorism and fraud by stealing, plagiarizing, ripping off my work. They do not care about no Kola Boof, because if you cared about Kola Boof, you would have talked about Kola Boof from day one. This particular person, you started your channel in 2013. You never talked about Kola Boof. It is 2019. You're just now talking about Kola Boof? What? Further proof that Rashida Strober is the most copied, ripped off, and plagiarized woman on YouTube. These people stalk me. They're stalkers, online stalkers, and plagiarizers. And I want to say this is very important. What they have done, they are marketers. They are marketers. Their skill is in marketing and theft. Their skill is only in intellectual property theft and marketing, meaning go to someone else's channel or go to someone else's website or go to someone else's video and listen to what they say. Take it back to your audience. You've already built a big audience based on a totally different platform and market that person's work. This is what Black women online have done to Rashida Strober. And talking about Kola Boof finally in 2019 is no different. It is fake. It is fraud. It is insincere. Again, these are the philosophies and opinions of Kola Boof. This has nothing to do with Kola Boof. This is from Rashida Strober, okay, who has talked about Kola Boof and respected her from here and here honestly. Nothing fake, nothing fraudulent to bring to ignorant followers who follow behind a thief and a ripoff artist, because that's what you're doing, who knew how to market another person's ideas to you, and you're going to be taken down. Every single Black woman and every person, because I'm speaking to Black women, because it's mostly Black women that have ripped off and plagiarized my work, you're going to be taken down. So have your fun with the lying and the fraud. Now you're throwing Kola Boof's name in there as a way to give you credibility. You don't have credibility because it's insincere. You have to talk. Why didn't you talk about Kola Boof from day one? Why not talk about Kola Boof from day one. If you're really into this colorism thing, which you're not, because you didn't talk about colorism for years until you saw Rashida Strober do it. So that explains it. If your whole channel was built on Black issues, then in 2015, when Rashida Strober's dark skin activism blew up like the World Trade with the debacle with Kendrick Lamar, you said, oh, I got this audience over here that I know how to market to because I'm a marketer. I said it in my about section. I'm a marketer. I'm not concerned about colorism and darkism, but I see this person over here who's created this wonderful new paradigm. Let me go rip it off and steal it and pass it off as my own to my audience. And speaking on Kola Boof is no different. You are a fucking liar, insincere, a fraud. You don't give a damn about Kola Boof. You will never be the dark-skinned activist. I have been hailing Kola Boof for years because it comes from my heart. I am so fucking tired of these bitches online lying. They're fucking liars and manipulators. Every fucking last one of them. I want you to know that, Kola Boof, if you watch this. I want you to know this, Kola Boof. And I'm not saying you got to agree with me because these are my personal opinions. I'm going to speak the fucking truth. They never talked about you. They didn't give a fuck about Kola Boof. Don't even know what she did. Don't even know her claim. All of a sudden in 2019, because you've been watching, you've been binge stalking me. All of a sudden, you're talking about Kola Boof. All of a sudden, you're dragging Kola Boof. You are fakes. Leave Kola. I would even venture to say, leave Kola Boof alone because you're a fucking liar. You don't care about this lady. You don't even know this lady. You don't even know her historical importance. You don't give a fuck about it. All you want to do is pass it off as if you do for views. And your followers are fucking fools to believe it. There's only one true dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober. And when I get the funds, and it's going to happen, I'm going to take these people to court, and all of these facts are going to come out in a court of law, even down to copying my commentary and views and history and relationship with Kola Boof, which you never, ever fucking had. Period. It is the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober, the creator, the inventor, the architect, the designer of the very first platform in history. There's only one dark-skinned activist. I don't care how many people talk about colorism. You're trash. I push you aside. You're looking at the queen of colorism and darkism. It's only one, Rashida Strober. And Kola Boof, one thing I could tell you, and in this interview, back from 2014. If you mean to tell me you've been talking about colorism stealing from me all this time and you're just now talking about Kola Boof? You've been stealing from the dark-skinned activists all this time and you just now decided to incorporate Kola Boof? You've been stealing, ripping off, robbing Rashida Strober for all this time and you're just now hailing Kola Boof? What a fucking crime. What a crime. This interview that I'm about to show you from 2014, not 2019, not 2018, not 2017, from 2014, where I talk about Kola Boof, because I've been talking about Kola Boof, because I've been the dark-skinned activist. Fuck you fake ass bitches. Hold up. Hold up. I ain't gonna let this go. We ain't letting this go. Hold up. Throwing dirt on Kola Boof name. Throwing dirt on Kola Boof name. That's what they doing. Fake.
Gonna be introduced today. So without introduction, you know our show is not about the host, it's about our guest. This is the first dark-skinned activist, Miss Bright Tar. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great.
Now, audience gonna want to know or like, what is this dark activism about? You tell us.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you asked me to come on this show in the city of St. Petersburg because this is where all the what I call dark skin mental abuse started. Right here in St. Petersburg, right in the schools, right in the city, right in my family. You know what I'm saying? I went to Tyrone Middle School, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life because I was picked on, called the blackest, ugliest girl in the school. Matter of fact, I seen the guy who was the ringleader, and I named him CD in my play, and I confronted him. It was at a store, a corner store on Central, and right next to Amstar. I confronted him, and he acted like he didn't know who I was, and he's like, "Oh, you know, I didn't say all of this and this, that, and the third." But the point that I'm trying to get across is it's just so ironic because most of the time I've been like speaking to people and, you know, doing radio in different states and doing my plays in different states. And so it's kind of ironic that this is where the dark skin activism, the catalyst for the dark skin activism actually started. And then in 1998, I always let people know I've been a dark skin activist since 1998. I gave my first lecture on dark skin mental abuse at St. Petersburg College during Harambe. And I'll never forget the day that I did it. I actually won it was a speech contest where there was a $250 prize. I actually won. And after I gave the speech, I'll never forget the black males that was in the audience was looking at me like, who this, you know, it was looking at me because I was talking about Alec Weck, the Sudanese model, and people was talking about how black and ugly she is, and she looked like a man, and blah blah blah, and she bald headed. This was coming from black people. So it was during Black History Month, and was given the opportunity to enter into a speech contest. And I said, you know what, I'm going to talk about this because I'm sick and tired of black people denigrating dark-skinned women, and this is something that's all over the world. When I came here, I was just telling you, I just got a message from someone in India. I had put the information in a group called Dark Skinned Women United that a light-skinned sister started, and it's a lot of Indians that's in that group, and they go through the same thing, but it's levels to this thing, because you could be Indian and dark skin, but if you got that straight hair, you still better than a nappy-headed, dark-skinned woman that looks like me. But I'm digressing here, but it started at St. Petersburg College as well. I gave that speech on Alec Weck, talking about how black people was going in on her, and it was just terrible. I still got the magazine she was on. She's on the cover of a white mainstream magazine. That's why I always tell people this is a black problem, because white people, I'm starting to think in some ways, they like dark skin better than, or appreciate it better than black people do. Look at Lupita. She's on the cover of People magazine, voted the most beautiful person in the world. So a long story short, it started here in St. Petersburg. I went to Tyrone Middle School, went to Dixie Hollins. I will never forget the torture that I went through at Dixie Hollins. And if I ever see those guys, I'm gonna confront them too. I mean, I'm not violent or anything, but I just tell them, hey, this is what it is. This is what you did to me. Because I think that a lot of dark-skinned women, they go through this and they're quiet about it. People want them to be silent because, you know, they're just not comfortable with it. It's like the big elephant in the room in the black community. Right. But I think when we talk about it openly and honestly, that's the only way that we get to real solutions, and that's the only way that we stop it. And that's why the Dark Skin is Beautiful campaign that I started is the first campaign in the world, and I've done my own research on this, to eradicate what I call dark skin beauty discrimination. No one's doing it. Now, there's only one other dark skin activist I know before me, and she's not self-proclaimed, but I'm giving her the credit because she inspired me. Her name is Kola Boof.
Did you hear that? I just said in this 2014 interview, and I gave her the title dark skin activist, and y'all know how sensitive I am about that. I've never given anybody dark skin activists. I've never given anybody that. But because I have so much respect for Kola Boof, back in 2014, I actually gave her my title, even though I know she never called herself that, even though I own the trademark dark skin activist. Yeah, even though I own it. Even though I own it, because I'm that fucking honest, and I really do care, and I really did start dark skin activism. There you have it. The proof is in the pudding. Federal court is coming one day. And y'all, I cannot tell you how I'm going to continue to keep fighting until I see these plagiarizers in court. I will not let it go. It could be, I can't tell you. I told y'all, I don't know if it's going to be 5 years, 10 years. I don't know. But I'm going to see these people in court. And it's going to be when these motherfuckers the least expect it. They ain't going to even see it coming. Because they say Rashida talks on the internet. That's all she does. Okay, continue saying that. I'm going to keep talking. I'm not going to stop talking. But I'm going to also eventually, at some point, talk to you directly and make you answer in a federal court. You're going to have to answer in the federal court. You ain't going to be able to run and hide. All the years of intellectual property theft, hold up. Let me talk to y'all because I done showed y'all that particular clip I wanted you to hear about me, which is one of many where I've constantly spoken about Kola Boof, Kola Boof, Kola Boof, Kola Boof, Kola Boof, Kola Boof, Kola Boof. Right there. But back to federal court. As soon as I get that money, and somehow, some way, somebody gonna give me a lot of money. It's coming. I feel it. I can't tell y'all when. I can never tell y'all when this stuff is gonna happen. So do not come on here asking me, Rashida Strober, when are you gonna take these people to federal court? Because I can't tell you that, but I can tell you it's gonna happen. I can tell you it's going to happen because there's got to be a reckoning. There's no way that people are going to be able to continue to rip off and steal from me without a reckoning. It's going to be a reckoning. I'm not to the, I will fucking die for this. Yes, that's how passionate I am because this is my legacy. You're not going to come and lie. And I feel by you just now talking about Kola Boof, you're throwing dirt on her name. This is throwing dirt on her name. Once again, this is not the philosophy and opinions of Kola Boof. This is Rashida's thought process because I can do this as the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. The legal reckoning soon come. And I will not let go. I will not let go. I will continue to fight for the truth because this is the fight for truth. This is the fight for honesty in this darkism thing. I can't let people come along because there's YouTube and build false, fake, fraudulent channels based off of my work. I'm not going to allow that to happen. It's not going to be let go. And I know you stalking me and watching me right now. I know you're sitting there watching me right now. I know it. They stalk me all the time. Light-skinned Lucifer has been stalking me for years. Crispy black burnt chicken has been stalking me for years. They're stalkers. They quietly do it. Okay? They came into my comment section before in the chat box and they exposed themselves. But I'm going to continue to fight for justice. I'm going to continue to fight for justice. And I'm going to get everything that is owed to me, including the money. I'm coming after you legally for the money. I'm not letting it go. I will not let it go because again, I want y'all to understand that these marketers, that's what they are. They're not real agents for change. They don't care about dark skin. It doesn't come from here. It comes from stealing from Rashida Strober, the real dark skin activist. This has to be exposed. And talking about Kola Boof, throwing dirt on her name, you're throwing dirt on her name. Because if you haven't been talking about her and you ain't sincere, you don't even know who this lady is, you're throwing dirt on her name. It's straight dirt. It's fake, false news. And I'm calling it out. Yes. Now, I want to remind everybody that on April 23rd, y'all know I'm going to keep talking about my Darkism course. That's one of the main reasons why I'm here. And that's one of the main ways in which I expose the falsities of these colorism frauds. Okay. So on April 23rd, this is the introductory course. $79.99 is the cost. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, people. So I want you to go ahead and register for that course. If you cannot make that course and you want another date, I have May 21st. But keep in mind, this course, it goes to the regular price, but the book is also included. So that's a good thing. So you have two choices. You have the April 23rd date at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is on a Tuesday. And you also have the May 21st date, which is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on a Tuesday. Okay, there's just a difference in price. The April 23rd is the introductory offer, which is cheaper. And then the May 21st it goes back to the regular price, and you get the book with the course. All right, so I would like for everybody to please make sure you share this information. And I just want to end this on saying, letting people know that when I came online way back, and I have I always have receipts. So I have the Facebook messages. I actually went, because I respected Kola Boof so much, and conversed with Kola Boof. And, you know, we've never met in person, but we have this friendly, cordial, respectful relationship. And just, you know, paying homage to her and honoring her as a Black woman, because I never wanted to be like, I don't want to be the type of women that I'm talking about who have ripped off and stolen from me. I will never be that way. I will never steal and take and rob from another Black woman. I will never do that. I got too much honesty and integrity to do that. So, you know, we have this relationship, and about 2-3 years ago, I've showed this book before, her book, Volcano Woman. I was so honored because she honored me in her book, listed me in her book, and she sent me an autographed copy of Volcano Woman. And, you know, that's a result of that. See, that's what I'm saying. These frauds don't have this history. They could try to create it now. But again, this is another dark-skinned activist first. The reason why I'm first is because I'm actually honest and sincere. I'm not lying. It came from here. It came from here. Dark skin discrimination, the eradication of it comes from here. It doesn't come for looking for YouTube views or to rob people of their money. That's not where it comes from. It comes from here. Everything I do is honest and sincere. That separates me from the pack of these frauds and liars. Rashida Strober is at war with dark-skinned women, Black women on YouTube. Not all of them, but the ones who are ripping off and stealing the work of the dark-skinned activists. And now they drag Kola Boof into this, which is sickening when I look at the real, actual relationship that I have with this woman based on truth, honesty, and a true, real respect for Kola Boof's work. Not the fake shit for YouTube to get views, not to go market it and pretend that this is something I created, because this is what this person is doing. They're a marketer. Remember that, a marketer. A marketer, meaning you could take anybody's product and market it. And you know what? Just because you know how to market, that's a great skill. But if you're not doing it with integrity, if you're robbing and stealing, that means nothing. There's a lot of people in jail right now who are brilliant. You can say, "Oh, you're so smart," but they're so smart they end up in prison for doing all kinds of illegal things with their talents, with their smarts, with their intellect. That's why you're in jail. That's why you're in prison, because you were so smart that you're stupid. There's a such thing as being so smart that you're stupid, and it ends up getting you in trouble. It is the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober, the originator of the very first platform in history for dark skin, the world's first dark-skinned activist. And I just want to say to you, Kola Boof, if you watch this video, I want to tell you, and you already know this, because I'm real. Ain't nothing ever been fake about me. I'm going to always love you. You're the mother, no matter if these bitches copying me, but you going to know it's coming from me for real. I can't stop you from associating with whoever. That's not my issue. But what I want you to understand, that the dark-skinned activist loves you, respects you, admires you for real. Not for YouTube views, because this ain't what this is about. This is to pay homage, and this is to expose the liars that use your name for fraud. I love you for real. You're the mother of the dark skin movement. I said it before anybody else. They didn't even know who you were, most of them. And I want you to know, Kola Boof, that my love and my respect and my admiration comes from here. It doesn't come from looking for clout and YouTube monetization. It comes from seeing a woman that I was the person that told everybody on social media was actually the first woman to advocate for dark skin. And now, instead of people being honest about that, now they're copying me on that. They're copying me on that. They don't really love you. That's not real love. It's not. And I would take what is real over an illusion just to get clout or just to get some type of monetary compensation for throwing somebody else's name in there. What is going on is wrong, and you don't deserve that, Kola Boof. Not after all the work you put in. You do not deserve that. You are the real deal. You and myself, that's it. That's it. Nobody else matters. I don't give a fuck who they are. They don't. I'm telling you, you may not see it. I see right through it. I'm just warning you. They're pimping. Now they're trying to pimp you. We all know what pimps do. We all know what a pimp will do. Pimps don't love you. They don't love you. We know that to be true. But from the bottom of my heart, Kola Boof, I love you. I'm going to always respect you no matter what. I'm going to always, because I know the truth about you. I know that you have started talking about dark skin way back in the 90s before YouTube existed. And I'm the only person that has said this. And if anyone else states this, they're getting it from Rashida Strober, the dark skin activist. And people need to recognize the truth of that. But like I said, you're the real deal. And that's going to always be the case. Nobody else is before you at all. You are my only equal, Kola Boof. That's it. Nobody else matters. The world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober, the creator, the designer, the architect of the very first platform in history for dark skin. And once again, I want to invite everyone to take my Understanding Darkism course, April 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyone anywhere in the world can register for the course. And of course, May 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you like this video. And thank you very much for watching. World's first and only dark skin activist, Rashida Strober.